Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year to everybody out there. I know it's been a couple days since the new year, but I figured I would make this video as a self-reflection on the year of 2018 and do 18 things that 2018 taught me. For my blog last year, I actually wrote 17 things that 2017 taught me, but because I started a YouTube channel this year, I figured I would do a video about it instead of doing a blog post. Again, one of my New Year's resolutions is to work on my blog more. I love writing. It is something that inspired me to do what I want to do for the rest of my life with my major in journalism with an emphasis in strategic communication. So I really want to get back into doing that and really focus on my blog and my YouTube as well as my business, school, life, a lot of things. I'm very busy, but nonetheless, I want to work really hard this year to just push myself forward, propel myself forward for more success. So yeah, without further ado, I guess we'll just get right into it. So the first thing that I have that 2018 taught me is surround yourself with the right people. So I cannot speak to this enough. I have found myself in this past year when I've been around the wrong people, the people that don't push me to do better, the people that are always negative and that just don't do anything for me. And I've realized that once you surround yourself with the right types of people, the people that you want to be like, you become more successful. I saw something online where it's like you are the combination of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So whether that be your roommates or your boyfriend or your best friend or your parents, your siblings, what have you, you ultimately are becoming a combination of those people. So if those people aren't influencing you to be the best self that you are, you should make a change. I found that once I made a change in that and once I started surrounding myself with the right types of people, I became more successful, I was more confident in what I was doing, and overall was a better person. 2, sometimes you need to be selfish. I feel like our society is so ingrained in do everything for everybody else, like be a selfless person. It's kind of taboo to talk about being a selfish person, but there are some instances in your life where you do need to be selfish. You need to put yourself before other people because otherwise you won't get anywhere. You won't be successful. You need to sometimes focus on yourself and what's best for yourself because ultimately you will find the most success in putting yourself first, because at the end of the day, you really only do have yourself. Yes, it's so important to care about people. I'm one of the people that almost cares too much about people sometimes. But you need to find that balance between caring about people and putting yourself first in other situations, because otherwise you won't find that balance and you won't grow as a person. 3, self-talk is important. I've had a lot of experience with this in the past year. Self-talk is really that voice inside your head that talks to you. And if it's negative all the time, you're constantly going to be putting yourself down. You're going to be thinking that you aren't successful. You aren't going to be just living your best life, and you're not going to be allowing for yourself to feel positive about yourself, which I know is crazy to think about. But at the beginning of 2018, my self-talk was so negative. I did not feel confident in my own skin. I did not like the way that I looked. I did not like where I was at in my life. I was very confused and I was trying to figure all these different things out, but my self-talk was one of the most important things that I needed to change in order to change the rest of my path and to feel more confident about who I was, if that makes sense. Once you change your self-talk from being negative to being positive and to reassuring yourself and to congratulating yourself for even those smallest little accomplishments, you will feel so much better about who you are and you will have more of a clear mindset, if that makes sense. It's okay to accept that you aren't perfect. It's okay to accept that some negative things will happen, but at the same time, reassure yourself that that's okay and that's normal and you aren't the perfect person, and it's okay to grow and learn from those experiences and to ultimately just boost yourself up because, like I said, at the end of the day, you really do only have yourself. 4, and probably one of my most important keys to success this year was it's okay to cut off toxic people. I know that there's some people out there that try so hard. This was even me a couple years ago. I tried so hard to be friends with everybody, tried so hard to be liked by everybody else, and held on to friendships even if they weren't the most beneficial. Once you realize that your growth and your own personal success comes from cutting those toxic people out of your life and to really, like I said, surrounding yourself with the best types of people, then you won't be successful because those people will be dragging you down. They'll be putting that negative self-talk into your head. They just won't be doing good things for you. It sounds kind of condescending to say, but if there's somebody that's toxic in your life that's sucking the energy out of you and not making you feel as you should, you're already above them. Like, cutting them out of your life will ultimately make you a better person overall, because you won't have all that negativity in your life and you'll be able to focus more on yourself and surrounding yourself with those more important people in your life. 5, you don't always need to go out to have fun. Being in college, everybody loves going out to parties, going out to the bars, but some of the most fun nights I've had would have been like wine nights, playing games with my roommates in my apartment. I can remember one night specifically where my roommates and I were hanging out playing games, and we just started inviting random people over, like our friends from the first floor, people that live literally across campus. We're like, hey, we're hanging out playing games, do you want to come over? And I remember that night where we had like 10, 12 people in our apartment just hanging out playing games, and it was one of the most fun nights I've had in literally forever. Not to mind you, it was also cold out, so nobody really wanted to go out anyway, but it was almost more fun because we got to bond as friends and we got to hang out and just enjoy our company together in our living room. 6, not everyone will like you. I feel like everybody talks about this already and people kind of know that this exists. Like, obviously you're not going to be liked by everybody, but growing up I was somebody who was a people pleaser. I wanted to do everything for everybody else. I wanted to make everybody feel important because I don't know, I care so much about people. But I came to the realization, like, over the course of the last few years, that not everyone will like me. You would do everything in your power to be a nice person and do everything to make people like you, but at the end of the day, you just won't be liked by everybody. It just makes sense to stay true to who you are, because the most important people in your life will love you for who you are anyway. 7, do what makes you happy. So I found this out this year, especially because not only did I start my blog a couple years ago, but I started a YouTube channel, and I am so proud of myself for doing it, because it is something that I've wanted to do for a very, very long time, but I was afraid of getting judged, I was afraid of getting laughed at, I was afraid of people talking about me behind my back. But like I said before, you really only have yourself, so you really need to do things that make you happy. So if there's something that you fear and there's something that you really want to do, just know that you have at least one person supporting you. It's me, because I have found so much joy and so much happiness in doing things that make me happy, such as starting a YouTube channel. So if you're afraid that people are going to talk about you behind your back, or you're afraid that people are going to make fun of you, those people aren't important anyway, and their opinions don't matter anyway, so you might as well just do what makes you happy. Number 8, eating healthy and taking care of your body is actually fun. This may sound like a shock to some of you guys, but I was one of the most unhealthy people in high school that you could ever imagine. I ate mac and cheese, candy, Starbucks, like you name it. I ate some of the grossest things possible, and I was putting so much toxic things into my body, but because I was going to dance for 4 days a week, I didn't see that weight gain and didn't really see the full effects of it until I went to college, and then I was like, whoa, like, girl, you need to start taking care of your body, and you need to start eating healthier and really just, like I said, taking care of your body, because it's one of the most important things. Like, this is you. Like, if you don't take care of your body and you aren't putting essential nutrients into your body and you aren't keeping those toxic things out, you will feel tired, you'll feel bloated, you'll feel gross, and like ultimately that makes you less productive, more tired. It just overall, it's just a downward spiral. I have found so much joy and so much fun these past 5 months as an Arbonne consultant, helping other people lead healthier lives, helping myself lead a healthier life. The hardest part about it is making the commitment to yourself and actually starting, but once you get going and you get through those first couple of tough days and you really start treating your body right, you will thank yourself. 9, everything happens for a reason. There's been a couple of things that have happened to me over the past year where I've been like, why is this happening to me? Why am I experiencing this pain when I've done so much for other people? It doesn't make sense sometimes. Life just doesn't make sense sometimes. Later in the year, when I was reflecting back on my life and those things that had happened to me, I finally, I understood. I was more successful as a person. I felt more confident about who I was because of those things that happened to me. And overall, I was grateful for those things. So just know that if there's something negative happening to you in your life, or something that you're questioning, like, why is my path leading me this way, or why is this happening to me, and you're really just questioning life, just trust the process and know that better things are coming, and know that this is happening to you for a reason. 10, channeling positive energy. So I kind of touched on this a little bit before when I was talking about toxic people, but your energy and the energy that you put out to the world is everything. I've experienced this so much in the past year where I felt that when I was being a negative person and when I was talking down on myself and just channeling negative energy, which don't get me wrong is so easy to do, but when I was doing this, I wasn't being successful. I wasn't doing what I wanted to do, and I wasn't feeling good about myself. I wasn't hanging out with the right types of people. Like, once I realized that the type of energy that you put out into the world is one of the most important things possible, whether that be like taking a test. Like, if you say, oh my gosh, I'm gonna fail this test, like I'm suck, like blah 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 blah, ultimately you will suck. You will not do good on the test because you put your negative energy out into the universe, and in return the universe is going to give the negative effects of that energy back to you. But if you say, you know what, I worked really hard and I studied super hard for this test, I know I'm going to do great, I'm going to try my best, ultimately the universe will put that positive energy back into you. You'll feel more confident taking that test. You will do better on the test, trust me. Like, just channel that positive energy in every aspect of your life and positive things will come back to you. Number 11, quality of friends over quantity of friends. So this is also super important. When I was talking before about how I was somebody who always wanted to please everybody and how not everybody's going to like you, once you find those like group of friends that really truly do care about who you are as a person and will do anything for you, just like you'll do anything for them, that is so much more important than having a large group of friends who don't give a single shit about you. Like, sorry, I would rather choose my small group of friends over having a quantity of people that like me, because at the end of the day, your well-being is centered around the people that you spend your time with and yourself. So if you are spending time with people that take advantage of you and don't care about you, and you're spending all your energy on making all these people like you and having all these friends, you won't be happy. It's so easy to want everybody to like you and so easy to want everybody to be your friend, but some of those people won't be good for you anyway. So find that quality group of friends and stay true to them and stay close to them. 12, your parents are everything. I feel like every teenage girl goes through this in high school where they get an attitude, they think that they're all that, and they don't really take time to cherish their parents. Mom and dad, if you're watching this, I love you guys so much. I'm gonna start crying, but my parents have done so much for me, and it's really shitty that it takes you growing up and moving out and going to college to really, oh my god, I'm crying, to really appreciate everything that your parents have done for you. I know I love spending time with them, and I love just hanging out with them, sometimes even over hanging out with friends. I'm so grateful for everything that my parents have done for me and how they have brought me to where I am today. They are my #1 supporters. They care about me. They literally would do anything for me. Remember that life is fun. You can go have fun with friends. You can go to the bars. You can do the most exhilarating thing. You can have FOMO like me. Like, I fear missing out, I'll admit it. But sometimes, like, take a step back and realize who are your #1 supporters in your life and who just cherishes you, and spend time with those people as well, because they love you and you owe it to them to thank them and be grateful for them in your life. 13, time heals everything. One of those cliche sayings that people always say, like, oh yeah, like, you're in pain right now, but time heals everything. And in that moment, you're like, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about, this hurts so bad, like, you have no idea. But as time goes on, the pain goes away, and you, like I said before, realize why that thing was happening to you. So just understand that even though you may feel down in the dumps now and you may feel like things aren't going your way right now, time heals everything, and just put one foot in front of the other, because I promise you will get to a point in your life where you will look back on that and you won't even, it won't even faze you. Like, you won't even feel anything about it anymore. Number 14, take time for yourself. Being a college student, it is so hard to find time to just take for yourself, to reflect, and to do the things that you love. You're spending so much time going to class, studying, extracurriculars, that you can't really find a little bit of time in your day to just spend on yourself, to have a self-reflection time, and to really just be by yourself. Number 15, if people leave, let them. I know that I've been somebody in the past to fight for people to stay in my life even when they were on their way out. I'm somebody that's not used to change. I don't like change. I'm getting better with it though, trust me. Like, change for the better is actually kind of fun to experience now, but I'm also learning to accept the negative types of change, and the change that doesn't make me feel all the greatest, but to realize that it is happening for a reason. And if that person doesn't want to be in my life, I'm not going to do anything to make them stay, because if they're choosing to leave my life and they're choosing to not want to be there, then what purpose do they serve me anyway? If they did want to stay, and if they were meant to be in your life, they would do everything in their power to be there. 16, don't hold on to grudges. So there are a few things in life where if somebody does the unthinkable, people, obviously you shouldn't just forgive them right away, and you shouldn't just be like, oh yeah, it's okay, and go back to being friends with them, because that's super toxic to your well-being. But if you've had bad blood with people in the past and you have grown and matured from that, then it's okay to accept the fact that you had your differences in the past, and it's okay to be a mature person about it and accept that everything didn't work out in the past. But if you're willing to put those things behind you and move on and be adult about the situation, then go for it. Like, who cares that you guys got into fights like a couple years ago? I mean, like, at the end of the day, those little grudges about like stupid little fights that you used to have in the past mean absolutely nothing, because time is so short. Like, your life is so short. Why would you want to go through life holding grudges against other people? A little story time. A couple weeks ago, I actually had a conversation with somebody who we kind of drifted apart last year, and we just decided we weren't good to be in each other's lives anymore because we weren't benefiting each other. But that person messaged me actually on Snapchat, and we had a short little conversation about how we have nothing against each other and we're willing to put our differences behind us in the past. Does that mean we're probably going to be best friends again? I don't know, maybe, maybe not, but like, that's for the future to tell. But like I said, one of the most telltale signs of you maturing as a person is being able to accept your differences and being able to move on from grudges and things that you've held in the past. To that person, I appreciate everything that you said to me, and I'm so grateful for that. I don't hold anything against you either. I hope that we can still be friends. Number 17, confidence is key. Girl, you were put on this earth for a reason, okay? You need to feel confident about who you are in your own skin. If you don't, take steps to do that. Like, for me, I didn't feel confident last year at all with the way that I looked, but this summer I really started working hard on my body, started eating healthier, working out, and because of that I've gained more confidence as a person. But in order to become more confident, you need to take steps to do that for yourself. If you are constantly down in the dumps and feeling terrible about who you are and like not feeling confident, but you don't do anything to change anything in your life, you won't see change. So that's one of the most important things, is if you want to be a more confident person, fake it till you make it and work really, really hard to become a better version of yourself, because overall you will become more confident, trust me. And number 18, everything is what you make of it. Sometimes life will hand you not the best situations. I know I've experienced a lot of those this past year, but everything is what you make of it. You can either, like I said before, choose to have a negative mindset about it and really let that get you down in the dumps, or you can choose to have a positive outlook and really say, okay, take it for what it is and learn from it and move on and grow as a person, because ultimately your outlook and your mindset on life will change the way that you see the world. It will change the way that you act. It will change your confidence. Know that everything is what you make of it, so you are the number one person in control of your life. You get to make the decision the way that you react to something. You also get to make the decision of what you do every day, so make the best of it and know that you are in control of your life. Alright guys, so that is my 18 things that 2018 taught me. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to link down below my blog post I wrote about 2017 and the 17 things that 2017 taught me. Go give it a read. It's awesome. Some of them kind of overlap, have the same ideas, but also some of them are extremely different, and I'm so proud of myself for how far I've grown in these past 2 years. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon down below to get a notification every time that I upload. And leave a comment down below of one thing that you learned in 2018 about yourself. I would love to read them all. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!